Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Fantastic. Did you have a good day?
I did. I can't complain. What about you?
Good. It was good.
Excellent.
I watched a lot of TV that made me mad as hell.
Oh no, what did you watch?
Yeah. The Parkland school shooter.
Oh yeah.
Oh, girl, I
Oh.
am. Ooh, I'm feeling some type of way about all this thing. I don't
Mm-hmm.
think it's ever going to end. Truly,
No.
you know, and I keep thinking to myself, the money and the time. Can you imagine if he had not pled guilty?
Oh gosh, yeah.
I
But
mean,
yeah.
I, and what's insane is all roads are basically leading to the same place. It's just, does he live? Does he die?
Mm-hmm.
I frankly, I just want it to end. I don't even give a damn at this point.
Right,
Truly,
exactly.
I
Hey
don't. I
Kim,
don't
we
care.
see you. Hey Wild Steel. Hey anybody coming in.
Yes, hello everyone. Sorry we're a bit late. We both had well, we had to eat dinner. You know,
Yeah. Had a
and
wolf
that
down the
fast
taco
food.
salad.
Oh, is that what you had?
Yeah, I decided to break down and go to Wendy's. They have good taco salads. I was gonna get
Oh,
a
that
half
sounds kind
one.
of good.
Oh, it was
Hey,
great.
do you ever see in your grocery store the we don't have them at mine all the time, but when we do, I grab, almost every bag. The Doritos taco flavored.
No, I have not seen
Oh my
those.
god. The there doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to as to when they put them out,
Mhm.
but oh my god, if you ever see the taco flavored, buy them all. They are so good, and they're not even like a seasonal thing. They're just, I don't know, whenever they have them. Sometimes I go to the store and I'm pleasantly surprised. But ooh, the taco seasoning, so good. It's kind of along the lines of the Cool Ranch, but
Yeah.
with a little bit more. What's the stuff that makes tacos? What is most of taco seasoning
Hot
made of?
chili
Is it
powder,
and is cumin? Is it cumin?
probably.
Okay.
Hey,
Yes.
Fizz
Love it.
Cranston Beach.
Hey, how are you? You can
Guys,
barely hear me. Oh,
I did well. I adjusted. When I can click on your name backstage here and edit mic settings, and I turned it up, guys, on hers. So can you hear it better? I can hear you fine, but then again, I
okay.
always do.
Yeah, let me
But I
know
did
if
turn it up.
okay,
I
let's
didn't
see.
realize you could do
Y'all
that
just
until the other night, and
oh
you
yeah, and I
can.
don't know jack squat about any of it. Although I will say, I know I've been saying this for at least a week now, but I promise it's true. My okay, Wild still says it's fine. Okay, good.
Excellent.
My husband right now, he was just in here. As soon as he heard me start to talk to Rabbit, he hightailed it out. He's good that way. He knew we were going live, but I have all the various parts
Mhm.
to be able to next time we meet and we go live, I am going to not be on this iPad. I will be going from a desktop. He's putting a tower in here. I've got the wireless keyboard, mic, I'm sorry,
Nice.
mouse, keyboard, and the mic. So I'll be able to share screen and do all that great stuff.
You'll be on Twitch
Hopefully.
playing games before you know it.
Games. Oh no. Do you like to
You get on.
game?
No, I hate them.
No, I can't figure it out. My son back in the day tried to get me to play Call of Duty or one of those, and
Yeah.
yeah, no, that was a big fat no. I was not good at that at all.
Mm-mm. No.
Ms.
No.
Pac-Man was more my thing.
There you go. Same.
Okay, so would you like to
Yeah.
tell
So
tell
so
the
we've
lovely folks what we're going to be doing?
absolutely. So we've switched gears a little bit, and we have sort of a mini series, I guess you could call it. And that is criminals, serial killers, etc. I just chose some serial killers, male and female. Today we're doing male, and it's going to be the hot or not of true crime. Hey V, hey Buttercup baby, hey everybody. And we're just going to kind of briefly look at each one, take our time out, discuss them a little bit. Now, remember, these are horrible people. We're well aware of the fact that these are all monsters. We're just being shallow and looking at them, just their
Tongue in
physical
cheek.
appearance.
Tongue in
Exactly.
cheek, everybody. This is not, I don't want it. Listen, we're saying right out of the gate, if anybody thinks they're going to be offended by some light-hearted back and forth banter, sarcasm, etc., exit the building.
Yeah.
This is your warning. We are,
Clutch your pearls and go.
Yes, we are never going to be disrespectful to victims.
No.
We are not victim blaming, etc. We are simply going to talk about these terrible, wretched people. But all that being said, that doesn't mean that some of them may or may not be attractive.
Yeah. Hey, Janica.
So,
hey,
there
Anissa.
you
Hey,
go.
V. Again.
Hey, Janica, how you doing?
And anybody else that's watching that may say, hey, if we miss you, we're going to be sharing screen. So, you guys say what you think about these people too. This is the male category. I think I have like 10, but I think it's going to take us a few minutes each one, because it's a lot, and it's a good variety.
We have not talked ahead of time about
Nope.
this. I have no idea who they are,
Mhm.
what they're going to look like. Nothing.
Yep. She has no idea my choices.
So yeah,
All
you're
right.
getting the cold open reaction.
Oh yeah. Hey, Gail. All right, let's get into it.
Let her rip.
Let her rip. Let her jack the rip. All right, here we go.
Yes, there you go. Except we don't know what he looks like.
Okay. All right.
Contestant number one.
Contestant number one. I'm just going to share my whole ass screen.
What you got?
All right, here we go. Let me know if you guys can see when I pull these up. Can you see?
I can see little thumbnails.
Okay, perfect. So I just want to make sure screen was sharing, and boom.
Oh, Ted. My man Ted.
Oh, Teddy, the Tedster.
Now I have to say that's not Ted's most flattering shot. He kind of, off first glance, I'm getting a Paul Bunyan, Chucky the doll kind of vibe.
Yeah, he's looking a little stupid there.
I think it's the angle, don't you?
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. Is that Ted horseback riding? I don't know that I've ever seen that.
Yeah. Interestingly enough, he looks horrible. This is definitely not a flatterer for him, nor her, actually. She is still living. That is his ex-lady friend. And yeah, he
the one who got away.
The one who certainly got away. And his pants look to be unbuttoned in this picture to me. I don't know why that stood out to me. Or unsnapped. I think they were snap pants.
Oh my God. Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all so wrong. Like the yellow t-shirt with the red suspenders.
Yeah. He looks
Is it just
terrible.
me, or does he look bloated?
He does. And maybe this was, in his, I don't know, compared to this picture in the upper right where he looks emaciated in the face. Yes, certainly.
Yes.
He's a shapeshifter,
His face is definitely appears to be bloated. There's somebody else he looks like there that I wish I could name it, but it's y'all. I swear to you, I think what I'm trying to put a name to that I'm seeing in my mind, I think there's a YouTuber.
Oh my gosh.
I think there's a YouTuber that he's reminding me of there. Just the face. Who is it? Oh God. And I swear to you, I can't think of who it is, but that. Or is it a wow. Oh no. It's a YouTuber, and I can't
wait till it comes to you.
Oh, yeah. Well, depending on who it is, I may or may not share with the class.
That's fair. He always seems to sport a super unibrow. I don't know, I know that he did care about the way he looked, or
Oh,
he seemed
yes.
to, and keeping up with appearances. But my goodness, it's his eyebrows are
Yeah.
always in such a mess. I
Oh,
don't.
yes. Wow. See, because
Mhm.
that wasn't real obvious until you blew it up that big. Oh, wow. That's kind of like, now that you pointed that out, if you take it the long view, I don't know, it kind of looks like a seagull or something with
He's here we go. Yeah, he is
like
a little
like those are
seagull.
the wings, and
Yeah,
right here is the this is the
absolutely.
head of the bird in flight. Yes, seagull brow. Look at that, we've turned a
Now,
new
I do have a
term
couple
here.
of him. I may have to skip through because for some reason when I saved these in order, they did not in fact
Okay,
save in order, which is really super
I
annoying.
don't have any major complaints about her,
No,
especially in
she's
the
pretty.
period of time. Yeah,
Now, I must say he's looking a little funner in this
that's
one.
Ted.
That's Ted.
Oh, good God.
Yeah, yeah, that is
Well,
Ted.
he looks like the lead singer from Air Supply there.
I do think this is a way more flattering picture. It's showing his silly
Mhm.
side slash still got that crazy look in his eyes.
Yeah, that's I took a double dose of my Thorazine.
Oh goodness.
Oh yeah,
He's
Air
got some
Supply.
he's
I'm
got
all
some
out of love.
flyaway hair.
I'm
His
singing
hair's
it in my
wild.
I'm singing it in my head. I'm all
I
out of
will
love.
never not think of that now. He looks happy here though. For all intents and
Yeah.
purposes, he looks more laid back here, a little more relaxed.
Mhm.
Maybe
Oh
and
yeah,
maybe
look, he's got
yeah.
his Saturday Night Fever shirt,
Oh
probably
yeah.
open to the navel.
No doubt. He's looking a little free spirited. She looks happy. And I like to think, I try to look on the bright side. Maybe this is during happier times before he started getting the fever to kill. I mean, this looks like it may have been a good time, a good moment before
Yeah.
he went on his
Do you
journey.
think he really had a time like that?
Probably not. I think he tried to
I
suppress it a lot.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
Now, wasn't there talk that his mother was there rumor
Pay
that
no
he could have
attention.
been
I'm trying to skip through to the TED picture. So if you guys
okay.
see other, oh well, boom, bada bing. This
Yeah,
is a
that's
classic.
yes,
This is
that
the
is.
classic. Yep.
Yeah,
Seattle
the
Mariners hoodie. Well, not a hoodie, sorry. Sweatshirt with the green button up
corduroy.
and the
That's a
corduroy
corduroy
vest.
jacket. I can
Oh
almost
yeah.
see the grooves in the corduroy. What
Yep.
is that? Seattle something.
Seattle Mariners.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh. Very laid back. This was his court outfit. This is for the classic picture, which I should have included with him. Uh, it's like you see him always looking pretty personable. They always say he's so handsome, which compared to John Wayne Gacy, who we will not be
Oh,
viewing today,
Jesus.
obviously he's a 10 compared to John Wayne.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I don't know. Is he a guy I would take a ride from? The answer would be no, and I'll tell you why. I don't know if it's because I have looked at so many serial killers over a long period of time, just because I'm super interested in it. But there is something about men that are well put together like him that seem very bright and they look like
Oh,
good.
he was bright. I mean,
Oh yeah.
that there
Even the
was no doubt
judge
about
said he
that.
was bright. He was
Yes.
not an ignorant man. Guys that just look like college dude, guy that's
Uh-huh.
gonna make something out of his life. I don't trust dudes like that. I would probably get in the car with a guy that looked like a mongrel and catch a ride before I would get in with somebody like this. And maybe it's just because I know now that he is a super psychopath. But I don't know. But you know what? I will say this: he does look handsome in this photo.
Yes, he does. And I have to say, I believe this hearing was this from the period of time when I forget which case this was, but do you remember when, was it Utah maybe? And they were holding him right there at the courthouse. And do you remember he shimmied out the window? He said that he needed to consult the law library, and he went out the window for some reason.
Yep.
I think this shot is
that
from
time
them.
period.
And he purposely lost quite a bit of weight to be able to go out that window. So,
well, actually, you're thinking of it correctly, but there were actually 2 instances where
that's right.
he did
do
escape.
it a couple times.
So this would be the window scenario. After that, he was obviously no longer allowed to just meander about the libraries and whatnot. He in fact did jump, and he I think he sprained or broke his ankle, and this would be the time period that he ran away. And you would think if somebody was able to, knowing what he was facing, to get away, that they would go quietly, change their name, their appearance, maybe head across the border somewhere. No, not Ted. He continues to go to the college and slaughter a whole slew of women by bludgeoning them to death with a freaking log. So it's
Florida
just hard
State.
to believe. Yeah, exactly.
Kappa something. Yeah, I'm very familiar with that campus, and let me tell you, the setting matched, one could say, because there's lots of huge oak trees with the Spanish moss just falling off of it's especially at night. Believe it or not, that campus, while many things have changed, the actual, the grounds and the surrounding where the dorms are and whatnot, a lot of that still looks the same.
Wow.
So,
how sad.
Oh God.
There's a famous picture I didn't add of him in this same outfit, obviously from the same day. And in most pictures, he looks actually, like a handsome, personable guy. But in this one particular picture, which I wish I would have added, but it was almost unfair because he looks so scary and hideous in it, is when he is, I don't know that he's angry in the picture, but it comes across that way. I think he's trying to make a point. And you can look it up. If you put in Ted Bundy in Google, it's going to pull it up without question, which is actually a phrase that he used his last interview before his execution. That's a whole nother story. But he has his mouth wide open, almost like the picture was taken in the middle of him screaming. And it looks like when you see these, I don't know if it's a baboon or a chimp or some kind of animal, it's some kind of monkey, when they scream and make all those noises, his mouth just looks like that. It just looks animalistic and crazy. And his teeth prints are a big part of how he was caught. And
I love the story how they got him too.
Absolutely.
When they had him in the chair, and I mean, basically the dentist told him, we're getting this impression and you can do it the way that's not going to be painful, or we can do it the other way, but we're getting it. So
absolutely.
And then he did capitulate and left the bite marks. Yeah, it's very interesting, his ties to Florida, because Kimberly Leach, who that was who they fried him for.
And that was the child, is that right?
Yes. Yes. I think she was 12.
That was the only case he would not talk about in that interview, which everybody should watch. It was his interview the night before he was executed. And when they brought her up, he would not discuss that case, which makes me hope that he actually had remorse.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I tend to think he was I don't know. I think Remorse and Ted were probably strangers, but yeah, when I can remember, what year did they execute him? Do you remember?
I'll tell you this much. I was in a home economics class. I think I was a freshman, if that tells you anything, and I'm
Okay, that sounds
49.
right. Because I
Yep.
was, yeah,
And
I was gonna say I remember.
The National Enquirer ran on the front page. It was his basically his death mask. I mean, when he was executed, and I had never seen him or heard of him, very little at that time, except for his name. I had no idea what he looked like, but of course he looked horrible. You know, his
Didn't
head was
look good
shaved, and
bald.
no,
Yeah,
not at all. He
yeah,
looked so
no.
gross,
Oh,
and I
that was
thought, and
brutal.
and it must have been instilled in me somewhere that people were saying he was handsome at some point, because I remember thinking it was in I guess the teacher had the National Enquirer at her desk, or I don't know how that came about, but it was in my home ec class. And I remember looking at him and thinking, "Oh my gosh, he's hideous. This is not a handsome man." It wasn't
He did look
registering,
bad.
that he was dead, but
Yeah.
uh, he certainly did not. Oh, he just looked so scary, and that was the first serial killer that I ever saw, aside from Charles Manson, which I don't know if you can really consider him that. We do have him in the lineup, though. So the big question is, are you going to give him a hot or a not?
Yeah. Yeah, I will. Because I think for most, he looked
Which one?
better.
Which one are you
Huh?
giving him? You said, yeah, I will. Which one are you giving him,
Yeah.
a hot or a
Oh,
not?
yeah. No, hot.
Hot? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Would you get in the car with him and accept a ride if your car was broken down on the side of the road? Would you get in the Beetle?
I have to say, this is of all the dumb things I ever did in my life. Um, Hitchhiking was never. That was never something I ever did. Um, had I lived back in that time when that was acceptable practice, I probably would have, especially if he presented like that, was
Mm-hmm.
carrying books,
Yeah.
and was limping around on a fake cast.
Yeah. Yeah. As much as I'd like to say that, and I think it's only because I have knowledge now of how the monsters we think are monsters look like everybody else, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I probably would have too. And I'm gonna give him a hot. Ted, I guess you're probably in hell, so
Ted, you're going on through to the next round.
yep.
Congratulations, congratulations, sir.
God, you're killing me. Oh God, congratulations, Ted. Oh shit. Okay, let me check chat. I'm sorry, chat, if we're leaving you out. What do we got here? He
Kim
died
was 9.
January
Oh,
the
that's what I was gonna say.
24th. It was
I
89.
remember. What year was it?
1980 died.
Okay.
That was a
See, I
rough
was
year for
older than I
fashion.
thought. I remember seeing it early. Our local news was out live in
Yeah.
front of Stark.
Oh yeah.
And I just remember they were singing, frying. They
Mm-hmm.
literally, the town rejoiced when that, and I could see that white hearse leaving the prison with presumably him in the back. Although I don't
Mm-hmm.
know why. Why would they have? Why would they have taken him off property? Because he,
Yeah.
I don't think his family would have been alive to
Probably
or
not.
claimed him. Huh? That's an interesting question.
They
We'll have to
boogied
look
him
that
out of
up.
there quickly. I didn't
Yeah.
mean to say he was in hell. I mean, he may have repented for his sins. He seemed like he did. I don't know. Deborah Ann said, "Chill or chit." I hit the emergency button on my iPhone in air. Thank God I caught it. I have also
Oh,
done the
geez.
same. Oh goodness.
Just
So
tell him you thought Ted Bundy was
coming back.
God
So
forbid they
Ted moves on
say,
to the next round.
yes,
Okay.
Ted,
All right.
you're on to the next round, Ted.
Okay. God. Okay. So moving forward, who we got next? Oh, snap.
Oh,
Look at here. Look at here. The saddest sack of a human I've ever probably laid my eyes upon. I've never
Mhm.
wanted to fight a man more than in my entire life.
Yeah.
I must get the ugly parts out of the way. I would like to physically attack him.
Yeah.
Sorry, TOS,
Um,
but I really would. Oh goodness.
oh, but
Ugh.
now I think we ought to. Did you happen to have included any pictures of him
Clothed? Yes.
before he lost the?
I actually looked some up and I actually could look some up. He was quite a porker.
Yes, the only thing I ever saw of him from when he was heavier was when he gave his infamous
Oh yeah.
relationship speech
Wow.
in his college course.
Wasn't that something?
God almighty.
He
Yeah.
he in the stomach area, he kind of has that I lost weight
Oh,
rapidly look
let's see.
to me because he I don't know, there's something well, obviously there's a stretch mark. So yeah, he there's
Oh,
something about his
okay. See,
stomach that
I couldn't see it as much.
yeah,
I
it
hate this. Like, didn't he shave? Oh, like, didn't he shave all this? Like, I think up above, yeah, like up here, that's all shaved.
oh
That
yeah.
like, ugh,
Yeah.
I can't stand that. And like, honestly, that is a chick tattoo, is it not? The barbed
Yes, it is.
wire
He has the Pam
bicep.
Anderson barbed wire going
Oh
on.
God, for real.
Yep.
And the just for men hair men. I've said this before. I'm gonna say it again. Stop putting this shit in your hair. I'm gonna just say across the board. Not just in your facial hair with just for men. Stop coloring your hair. It's
Yeah.
There is nothing worse than a man. Actually, let me put this differently. I have yet to see the man that does not look better with his natural gray,
I agree.
whether it's all gray, half gray, whatever the case may be. Um, Men, when you try and put, oh, let's just say brown, when you try and put dark brown over white, well, it turns that very bizarre shade of light plum. It is
Yeah.
it makes you look like a clown, quite literally, and it ain't cute. So, like, stop. Stop doing this. I think he was coloring the facial hair with just for men or some bullshit at
Yeah.
definitely in this shot it looks like to me. Um and all that being said though, that is the only thing he has going for him, in my opinion, is, and I'm talking with this version of this vile beast. Not chubby Chris, because that no,
Mm-mm.
but
He looks so very blank
vacant,
and
like vacant.
vacant. Yeah.
There's nothing back here
No.
behind these.
No.
Nobody's home.
No, nobody's home. And I'll tell you what's funny is because, obviously, God rest her soul, Shanann was a strong woman. And, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think she was opinionated. I think she wanted to put on a portrait of a beautiful, perfect family,
Mhm.
etc., which is fine. That's certainly nothing she should have been killed for.
Right.
But, and it's been said how he was so gentle and, etc., so on before all of this happened. And you know what I think? I think that he was a little dumb. And not only do I think he was a little dumb, I think he was a lot dumb. And not only was he dumb, but he went from a very strong woman straight into the arms of a woman who also ordered him around. So basically, he's a girl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he got his father's
Hmm.
disposition, and you know, sorry to be mean, but probably the intellect too,
Yeah.
because his father has never struck me as being too bright of a bulb,
No, no.
and mom probably, oh, for sure, his mother ran that whole show.
Oh, definitely.
Um,
So
so
she
I
was
don't,
also, probably a louder type lady, and so that's what he's used to. And
mhm.
in the end, I think it's just pure evil. If there's any men that ever see this on the replay or now or whatever the case, if you find yourself in a relationship, whether it be married, not married, etc., so on, and you're getting tired of the relationship, pack your shit and leave.
Yeah.
Do not
My husband always
stay.
says,
Yeah.
like, why do these people not just get divorced?
Yeah,
I'm
because think
like,
how dumb he is. True enough, she probably would not have let the divorce be a gentle one. He would have been dragged,
right.
and I
But
get it.
whose is? I
But
mean, that
he
goes
could
with the
have
territory.
just disappeared. He could have literally he could have done anything. Nothing would have been too
Uh,
extravagant and crazy and too far for him to do besides what he did do. And I can't even go there with the kids because I couldn't even look him in the face if I did that. So I'm just like we said, we're basing this off just shallowness only, as if these were just people that had never done the horrific things they did. And I do have another picture of him. Pay no mind to who you may see. Don't even
okay,
bother.
I'm closing my eyes. You tell me when you get there.
Okay. Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. So here we have him in prison garb, which is how he should be.
Yep.
It looks like his Just for Men definitely got washed out.
Yeah. I mean, I hate to give it to him, but this version of him, yes, I think he is attractive. The
I'll
chubby
agree.
version,
Oh, gross. Yeah.
what he undoubtedly looks like now, no way. After eating commissary top ramen, just all carbs all day,
Oh, yeah. He's a
uh,
big bloated pig, without a
you
doubt.
know he's and listen, we're not the only ones who've said it. He gets, and this is the part I cannot get. How many women write him, send
Oh, gosh.
money to
Hundreds.
him? And
Absolutely.
do you believe, I don't buy into many conspiracies. And the one thing about this guy and this case that I have never ever been able to understand, and I don't know that it's the one thing I have such a hard time with,
Hmm.
and that is how he got those babies in those tanks.
Yeah.
I
Well,
I don't
we know he used his foot.
see.
Yeah.
I'd never heard that. I've never heard that before.
Yeah. I've watched way too many hours of
So
his
you think that
interviews.
is how they went in through
I
through
think they
that?
would have had to. 8 inches across, absolutely.
He couldn't have opened the bottom. No, because
Mm-mm.
then the oil would
Nope.
come out.
Which also means he had plenty of time as he climbed up
There's
to
a channel
understand.
that I listen to that she's a doctor. She apparently she has a very close family member that's worked in the oil industry from forever, who
Mhm.
said, "No way, no possible way did those kids go in like he says." I don't know
Ooh.
what that means, but that's the one part of it all that, yeah, this case truly, I days when I was watching way too much of it,
Yeah,
I would have a hard time shutting it off when I would go to bed.
absolutely.
Yeah,
And you know what I think it is though, and this is my thoughts on why I think that this case just it felt a little different, and I'll tell you why I think that is. I hate his shirt, by the way. And you got to remember, this is only within hours. This is the face of a man who just totally took out and annihilated his whole entire family within hours. What a dipshit, right? So, but I do think the reason that this case really does lay on people's minds like it does is because for me, the fact that he does talk so much and the fact that he is as confused and baffled as to why he did it as everybody asking him. And I know this is not going to be a popular opinion, but I truly don't think that he knows. I mean, obviously he had the girlfriend, all of that could be a whole nother conspiracy. But I think overall, I mean, a lot of dudes go and have girlfriends, right? But they don't do this.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
think he is as confused as everybody else. And one difference between him and most others, Ted Bundy excluded because he did share a lot about what he did, but he is very open in his interviews as to what happened. Now, is he being truthful, accurate? Who knows? But you can tell that this guy, maybe if he would have gotten help somehow, some way, maybe things could have turned out different because you got to remember he took care of those little girls up until the time that he did the most heinous thing on earth. He was their care provider. He was the stay-at-home mom, so to speak. So what switches a man? It's nothing but evil.
When was he I thought he worked all the time.
He did, but he did take care of them quite a bit when she would
Did
go
he?
on trips and
Oh,
things would
yeah.
thrive like that. He was, they sang the Daddy's Wonderful song. I
Yeah.
mean, what the heck? That sorry bastard. I'm not going to get started on him
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
there's many things I could say that are probably not TOS acceptable. But I know that he told a story that when he was there alone, the lights came on by themselves. That
I vaguely
he
remember that.
I really believe that he believes that he was possessed. He said there are things that happened between him and the girl. I'm not even going to say her name. She's not even worth mentioning. His name isn't either, but she certainly I'm not mentioning.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
when he was with the woman, that there were things that went on that he will never disclose because he said it's bad. So all that leads me to believe is there was something very evil afoot,
Never is a very long time.
and he's
And
got
and I
always
think
answer.
I think eventually he'll talk. I think it'll be a long time.
He'll
He'll
get hauled up for
probably,
commissary, buddy.
yeah, and you know what? It might be at the point where he's a very old man,
Hmm.
and because now he's a big holy roller. He's found
Hmm.
God, like so many of them say they have.
Yep.
And if he truly is um what he says he is as far as religion goes, well, there's going to come a point where when he approaches his death, if he unfortunately lives to be an old man,
Hmm.
well, there's going to come a point when he's going to need to get right, so to
Hmm.
speak. And I would imagine that would involve talking about some things that he's never talked about. But
Yeah.
I
Time will tell on him.
I have to say that I think he will, and the case itself will forever remain a just a morbid fascination because it's so hard to understand. Like there's nothing he could say that will ever make any of us
No.
understand. But
No.
it was so heinous and egregious. I mean,
And there's so
there's
much footage of her coming home that night. And let me add, her friend Nicole is the real MVP because he left to go to work that morning, leaving the bed was stripped of bedclothes. That was the first thing that stood out to me in this perfectly manicured home, right? All thanks to Shanann, by the way. And it was gorgeous, everything in place. It was just the perfect little home. Well, the bedclothes were gone. My thinking, and I actually talked about this with my sister a couple of days ago, and this was actually her opinion, that he had no idea that friend Nicole was going to be a freaking pit bull on his ass and show up wanting to know, hey, I try to call her, she ain't answering. I know something's odd. find Chris. What's really going on?
Yeah.
And she would not let go. And, she is absolutely, she is an angel. And I wish that, something could have been different and it didn't happen. But all that said, so we don't get too depressed, are we going to give him a pass to the next round? I have to say yes. I mean, I'm sorry.
Yes,
But,
based strictly
ugh.
on the superficial, unimportant quality that he does, the one and only quality he possesses.
Yep.
Yes.
As long as he lays off the
Yes.
carbs, and that's in comparison with John Wayne Gacy. So that
Good
there you
God,
go.
who knew that it would make me long for Ted?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Ugh. Okay,
Yeah,
let's see
I
what
know.
total
Gross.
scumbag we have up next. Eek. This
Oh
would
God, is
be
that Berkowitz?
that would be Berkowitz
Woo!
himself. Now I want to move ahead
I'm
to his
saying right
color
off the bat,
photo.
he's not going through. David, you are not going through to the next round.
We're gonna pull up his color photo, just just for.
It won't matter. That'll only make things worse.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's oh gosh, his eyes are way too close together. That's a problem. The eyebrows during that time period. What if all serial killers? No, wait a minute. Let me back up.
Oh look, he's got the seagull thing going too.
He does. A flock of seagulls we have going on in this
Oh,
show.
Lord have mercy.
Now I'm wondering. Now, not
God.
all people with Unas are serial killers, but do all serial killers have Unas? I mean, we don't know about Chris. He was a manicured man, I'm assuming. So I don't know.
Oh,
Something
yeah,
to keep
for
our eye
sure.
out on.
I guess
Let's
we're gonna find out.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh God.
Imagine that in your face saying, hey doll, give me a kiss. I mean, what? No. I hate him.
Oh
I hate
God.
him.
He's
Even if he
gross.
wasn't what
He's
he was.
disgusting.
Yeah, ugh.
His nose is. I mean,
He's a
the
barf
most
bag.
skilled surgeon could not help that. No rhinoplasty is going. Well, I guess you could possibly improve. Oh God. I
Ugh.
mean, it's just. I'm not even going to say what that nose looks like.
I will give him this. He's got the light blue eyes.
Nice. Okay.
Unfortunately, stuck in his head, they don't do much to help. He's fat, and not fat doesn't mean a bad thing, but it's just the baby face with the thin features, all smushed into the center of his face. His hair is just crazy. His little chops, just the whole thing makes me want to barf.
He's got like I mean, the proportions of his face. He's got a diamond shaped face, which is kind of odd in a man. And I mean, his frigging cheeks are wider than his jawline. What?
Yeah.
I mean, gross. Yeah.
He looks like he's probably got a overly thick tongue in his mouth. I can't with him. His eyebrows drive me nuts. He does not get a pass from me, and
No,
you already
he's
said
a
it.
mouth breather for sure.
We're deleting him. Bye, biatch. No, I'm going to go back. Matter of fact, let's just delete all these heinous bitches as we go through.
Yes, my goodness.
Yeah.
Sam,
oh yeah, we I'd slow your roll. Slow your roll. Okay, so let's get rid of these. We're gonna delete
Goodbye,
these.
David.
Yes, goodbye, David. Thank you for playing. But yeah, I don't know if he's still even alive. Look at Kooky Ted again. I mean, he looks like he's having a good time. Unfortunately,
Who is that? Is that the dating game killer?
Yeah, absolutely. That would be. I about forgot his name. His name's kind of catchy, kind of crazy. Yes. Al Qaeda. Or
no, that's a terrorist group.
Sorry. Whole different group. We'll do them. We'll do them 2 weeks from now. Check in for the terrorists. The terrorists hot or not. Yeah, Rodney Al Qaeda or Al Qaeda.
Okay. He reminded me on first glance, honest to God, Andy Gibb back in the day.
Whoo, yeah, he's rocking that. Very, very haunting. I will add, watching the dating game episode that he was on. For those of you that don't know, he was a treacherous serial killer. He was.
Did you watch that?
Yes. Yes.
Remember how
Yes.
the whole set would just rotate?
Yes.
Bachelor number 1.
Well, they rotated his ass and he won. And the girl did
Yeah.
not go on the date with him because she said that he just came off as odd to her and she
Oh,
wasn't feeling
see?
it. Yeah.
Trust your instincts.
Yes.
Trust your instincts.
She needs to come out with a book. She
What
probably
is
has.
that? What is that? My favorite murder. There's something that the two girls. Oh, they have this because you don't listen to that podcast, right?
Mm-mm.
You need to just pick an episode. They're hilarious. Georgia and Karen. They have a saying on there, and they kind of like trust your instincts. They say
Mhm.
fuck polite. Duh.
Yep. It's true.
Because women always feel like, oh, well, it would be rude not to talk to him when he's trying to talk. They're like, no, fuck
No.
polite. Don't do
Absolutely.
it.
I'm gonna tell you, I can't lie to you. He has a sparkle in his eye that I
Yes.
haven't seen often.
That's a flattering picture. However, I hate to put him through to the next round unless
Oh
without
gosh.
another, like, could this
Okay.
just be a one-off?
Well,
Or
we're now, mind you, he is dead now, guys. So you don't have to worry about him. But his older pictures where he had really long hair, it was all gray, ill. But to be fair, I've got another photo of him, I do believe.
okay,
And
I'm trying to look at
he
like take the hair away.
right. Let's see if I do. I think I should. I should.
Oh, Big Ed. Harry. Richard. Oh, God.
Oh gosh, do I not have another of good old? There he is. There we go.
Well,
I'm digging his outfit. He has
I mean,
he's
my
exotic
goodness.
looking.
Those,
He's evil,
that
but
collar.
yeah.
Well, let's just say I will give my conditional yes, moving through to the next round, only because
I agree.
this is the only picture we have to go on. He's
has
more
better
than
pictures.
passable.
He has better pictures even. So yeah, I mean he's not an ugly man, and I think that worked in his favor, sadly.
Yeah.
Because it was very easy to trust him, and so I'm gonna let him go on through. Rodney,
And hey,
congratulations.
it's not easy to still look suave when you're in wearing those lapels with a suit that is no doubt flammable.
Too bad he didn't go up in flames as the show was being aired.
Yeah, like so many of them. Good Lord.
Oh
Okay.
my! All right, Rodney, you're moving through, buddy. Let's go ahead and oust Ted.
Get rid of Ted.
Oh my! There's Rodney once again. Boom.
Adios.
Who do we? Oh, look at him! Like a big hog head. Oh, hog head. Oh, Chad Daybell looking
Tell me
like.
What that means? What does that mean, hog head? What?
His head literally looks like the head of a hog. It's big. It has no shape. His head, neck, everything's just one big cohesive piece.
Yeah.
His haircut's terrible.
I hate him. No, he is a decidedly no. Like, I hate him.
I do too.
Not only is he bloated ugly.
Bloated ugly.
He's freaking nuts. He's off the charts. That not nuts like his wife, not like her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's gross. He is gross.
He is gross. He looks like he would have jock itch to me.
Every possible way. He is disgusting.
Yeah,
he's always been disgusting. He never had an attractive day in his life. I'm quite certain of that.
No. He's been this ugly, and that's all he's ever known. No pass for you, Chad Daybell. We're deleting your fat ass. See ya. Let's make sure we don't have any other shots of him, to be fair.
Oh, we don't need any more.
There he is. And even
Gary.
That's probably the best picture he's ever taken in his entire life. Yeah. And still he just looks hideous. He's ugly.
When his mouth is closed, he has that pinched look of people who don't have teeth in their mouth?
Yes, yes,
No,
he
he
does.
does. He has a, yeah, no, he's
Mm-hmm.
gross. He
Yep.
is gross.
Goodbye,
And
ugly man. Blah, blah, blah.
see, Chad,
Okay. Now,
you can't even stand with the likes of Ted Bundy and Rodney, whoever the hell he is.
exactly.
Alcoa, Al Qaeda, whatever his name is.
Okay, Kim. I was just
Oh,
looks constipated. Dating game guy. No. Just checking comments. He has the stink eye. Yeah, he's a big stinky dog face.
oh,
Where
he's
where
gross.
he looks
He's just
like he sweats
disgusting.
baloney.
Like,
Yes.
Chad, you
Yeah.
should have, I don't know, you should have stayed in Utah. You should have been like Cody Brown from Sister Wives. You should have just
Oh
you
wow.
just should have gone and
Yeah.
got yourself, 20 or so real stupid little ladies who
Yeah.
wanted to listen to your, conspiracy, polygamous bullshit, Martians.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He'd have been way better off.
You probably wouldn't be sitting where you are now.
Nope. So not only is he fat and ugly, but
Yeah,
he's also
he's dumb.
stupid.
Yeah.
All right. Up next
Okay, who we got
is
here?
the Green River Killer. This is a younger picture of
That's
him.
Gary?
I think it is Gary. Is it not Gary? Am I? No,
I
let's
think
see.
that's Kemper. Is that big ass?
Oh, is that Kemper? Okay, you may
Is
be
it
right.
Kemper?
I think you were talking. Yes, this may be Ed
Okay.
Kemper.
Is it Kemper?
Let's
Okay.
we'll skip this one because I do have more of him.
You know what's funny?
What?
The guy in the back seat with him, who I'm assuming is a cop,
Yeah.
he kind of looked like John Wayne Gacy.
Oh my gosh.
Go back and look at that cop and tell me he doesn't in profile look like John Wayne Gacy.
I yeeted him. I deleted his Hondian.
Oh,
We'll get to Ed
Richard!
Kemper, but here's Richard. Richard.
Oh,
Goodness, Richard. My goodness, he's so dirty. He's just a really greasy, dirty dime store hood looking. Oh,
is
gosh.
he still with us?
I feel like
I think
maybe
he is. I think he is.
he probably is.
Or if not, he's died in the recent past, because I remember he was in the news not too terribly long ago.
Well, I hope he's happy. We don't even know because he doesn't even matter so much that we even know.
He's gross. He was never hot. Not
No.
back in his glory days.
No. And women said
he's greasy looking, isn't he? He's
just
gross.
We have more. Women, at least one woman, if not more, said that when he was all up in their face, that he smelled and his breath stank.
Oh,
we're going to delete this because we have more of him as we move through. So there is a, excuse me, wider shot, throwing up his horns.
He's another one like Chris Watts, who had lots. They sat in the courtroom while he was on trial.
Oh yeah, they love him.
He had his little fan club. Why?
Can you imagine?
What is there to love about him? He's ugly as sin.
When you got witnesses not only saying he is a killer and everything else, but they're saying his dang breath was stinking. No, absolutely not. That kills the romance right there.
Yeah,
beyond
no, I'm not taking his offer to buy me a drink.
Absolutely not. No.
At the bar at happy hour. The drink that he wants to buy me that's free anyway.
Exactly.
No, thank you.
He looks like he's enjoying himself. The notoriety.
He very much is. He very much
having a good time. But so Richard, sorry, buddy, you're not moving through to the next round.
You're not through the next round. No.
Now this is an oldie. There's a better picture, so I will move on. I did just want to point out before we move on that this is him without a hat. This is H.H. Holmes. He is one of the forefathers of all serial killers. And he's got some patchy male pattern baldness going on, not hating on him for that, but not attractive.
Even without the mustache.
Yeah. So I want to make sure I in fact have another. I do. We'll get rid of this one and move on to his more. I hate these didn't go in order. That's insane. But we are
last time too. That's so okay. That's Ridgeway. Oh, there's another.
Oh yeah,
There's a
that was
glamour shot of Richard.
a clever shot. Oh, here we are.
Oh, well,
Now,
now wait a minute.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. See, you
His
got to see him
eyes.
up close.
It's the eyes that I think if I could visualize that gross thing on his face gone.
Yeah, yeah. Now, one of his eyes is a little wild.
Oh, does he have like a dead eye, like a dead fish eye?
So he's a little cockeyed. I like it. I don't know. His stash is kind of right. It's kind of slamming. I don't know.
The
This
further
suit,
back you take him, the better he looks.
yeah, he's definitely a faraway guy. I'm not into this rounded hat style. I think he
Oh
is a
no,
little
that's a derby. I think that's a derby hat.
not a fan. His
Me
clothes,
either. Me
to
either.
me, even though we know that he did have some money, his clothes to me do not scream rich man. Everybody back then wore hats and suits,
Yes.
even the poor.
I like men in hats, just
Yeah,
not
I do.
that
Just
one.
yeah, that one. If we pull it
Yeah.
up like that, and you can imagine it being squared off, makes a
Yeah.
difference.
Yeah.
His outfit, his collar is too low, or his jacket just looks sloped shouldered, and it just gives off
Yeah,
poor
it
man
does.
to me.
The
Hobo.
those lapels are almost too small.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Other than his
now I
wild
see the
eye,
eye better.
yeah. But honestly, this section below, well, let's just say this half of his face where his good eye is, we see his big eyebrows. I don't know. I might have to give him barely getting through, but I might have to give him a pass.
You know what we could do? Oh, well, now wouldn't it be good if we take all the ones that don't make it through the next round and we build like a Mr. Potato serial killer out of all
Oh my
out
God,
of
that
their
is the
various
most twisted
parts.
thing.
We we could take like his mustache and put it on Richard Ramirez's Richard Ramirez has really bad skin. You know, it was
Oh
all
yeah,
pockmarked. Okay,
absolutely.
so we could hide it with this big old mustache thing.
That's a good point. It would hide that set of chompers.
Instead of build a bear, it's gonna be
Build a killer.
yeah. Construct a. I'll come up with a good one before we end.
I'm feeling some type of way about the stash. I kind of like it. I kind of like it. It probably was full of cholera,
Oh,
but I like it. The consumption or whatever.
bed
But
bugs,
yeah, all kinds of creepy things.
lice.
But lots of lies. I'm giving him a pass. I'm sorry,
no.
y'all. Unpopular opinion. Well, we're going to take it to vote then. I'm giving H.H. Holmes a pass. Lisa is giving him a not. I'm giving him a hot. We're going to take it to the people. Do you all give H.H. Holmes a hot or a not? Mr. Potato Killer. Gail. Oh, gosh. Me too, Perpetual. I'm digging the stash. I don't know if y'all just ain't. Okay.
And I
Okay.
don't mind facial hair. It's funny. I tell my son all the time. A lot of times, I don't mind him in a full beard.
Yeah.
The whole nine. I'm good with that. What I hate is just a mustache.
Well,
Ugh.
that my husband would agree with that. He hates the
I tell my
perv
son all the
stash.
time.
And
Yeah,
he's
that's what I
calling.
tell
Hold
him.
on one minute.
It looks like a gross 70s porn. Ugh. Yeah. I don't mind the facial hair, just not, I don't know, just, I like a goatee, but no mustache. Not just a mustache. Yes, Hippieporium, I agree. I not only would I pass right by, I would be at a nice little clip as I'd be jogging at the very least. Yeah, the hat. No, nobody likes the hat. Oh yes, Mr. Potato Killer. Oh my God! But seriously, wouldn't that with our cast-offs, because most of them seem to have at least one very obnoxious, yucky feature. If we could just take another piece off of So let's see. Instead of build a bear, we could have
She's still building.
build a. Not build a bear. Build. Let's see. Build a. I don't know.
Well, you know, the chat is giving him some hot issues. A couple have said hot, some have said not. Oh, Hippie Porium said I'd just walk right on by him if I saw him.
I said I'd
Also, but he
go
was
by too
dapper.
and a nice clip.
But you know, I guess we're gonna give it. I'm not gonna. I'll let it go to Chad, and I feel like Chad is kind of torn, so I'm gonna go ahead and not pass him, and I'll tell you why.
Yep.
Because I don't think
It's got to be.
I
It's
don't think
got
he
to be
can hold up.
unanimous to go through,
Yes,
or unanimous
yes,
in chat. We don't have either one, so
agreed.
sorry. Wah, wah, wah.
Sorry, H. Holmes, you didn't make it.
Yeah.
You can go sit with Chad Daybell. I feel like he would never hold up. I know he doesn't have a chance against
We could cover
Bundy and them.
Chad's thin pitched
Oh gosh,
lips with
Chad needs a beard to cover
with
that gosh dang
Holmes's
neck.
mustache.
Hey, Janica. Hey, sister. All right. So, you're out of
All
here.
right, you're
And
out of here.
here we go. Technically,
Okay.
he does not count as a serial killer, but he did kill a man just to see him die.
Oh
So,
gosh.
little Charlie,
Look at little Charlie.
the tiniest baby. We got the biggest man ever and the smallest man ever
wearing
in our lineup.
Mr. Rourke's scarf.
Oh, he's got some gel sandals on, and he's got his pants cuffed. Look, I'm not hating on his
God
jeans,
almighty.
okay?
Oh,
Not
look, I wonder if this was. Wow, you can tell that was the 70s. You just roll on up to court in your jeans and
sure.
or do you think that's
Look,
no, they
Lisa,
would have given him a uniform.
I've got to confess something here. Forget about the scarf, okay? Forget about the sandals. But you throw on some red bottoms with those jeans and that shirt, it's a look. Let's
Oh.
be honest. It's a white flowy top, good pair of
Yeah.
jeans. I mean, I'm not hating on the look.
Oh, but I mean, I think honestly I'm bigger than him.
I was getting ready to say, yeah.
And
You
I'm
guys
not
may be the
big.
same height.
God, he was like a little baby
Yeah.
baby man. How tall was he? Oh, he's so
Very,
disgusting.
yeah,
Oh,
he's
God.
gross. He's gross.
He looks like what he is, which is the product of incest.
Yeah,
He is disgusting.
he's greasy, dirty, hippie, which he said he was not a hippie. He's a beatnik, to be precise. But yeah, he has no redeeming. I don't know, like some of these young pictures when he was married, when he was very young.
No, he was
He,
ugly. He was
you think?
never had an attractive day in his life.
I don't know.
How
I think
charismatic do you think he had to be? What was it?
Well, I tell you what I think it was. I think it was exactly like he said. Not that I'm in the Manson cult, although some wonder if I am. But no, I think it was because you have to look at the girls that he had surrounding him. There weren't many beauties in that group. Not being mean, it's just true. They weren't very attractive. Squeaky wasn't all that cute, Kasabian. I mean, Van Houten was
Krenwinkel.
She was passable. Krenwinkel was a dog. So I think it was, a lot of people that felt like throwaways. There was a lot of LSD going on. So I think,
yeah.
we'll give them an out on that. I'm
don't
definitely
think there's enough LSD in the world.
No. Nobody looks excited to be there either. Nobody.
No. And why? What is the point
Especially
of this,
him.
Of this scarf? I mean,
it's an accessory.
Men don't need to wear scarf. I mean,
it could have been a sweat do-rag. So he dabs the sweat off of his, his. I don't know. He's a mess. Poor thing.
Yeah,
he's a mess.
Yeah,
I'll give him a couple of extra points for the jeans and the top. I like it. I like it. I can't lie.
I'm not opposed to the top and the jeans. But
he's not an attractive man.
Yeah,
I think I have another photo of him before
won't matter.
Before we bring the hammer down. In all fairness, I'm going to share.
Oh
Oh, let's go ahead and
Oh,
oh God, let's get rid of this
Richard.
big poor
Oh,
Richard.
Richard.
Oh, I have to zoom in. Oh goodness. He looks like a lizard. He's terrible.
And doesn't he have 666 tattooed between his eyes or some crazy thing?
Probably. I know he put a big pentagram on the palm of his hand. He has no couth about himself.
No,
Okay. And
he
here's
does
an
know
older
nothing about himself.
Charlie, fascinating man that he was. Yeah, he's just a scallywag. No
That's
pass.
that's the Billy Goat Gruff that lives under the bridge.
Yeah. Sorry, Charlie. You're
I
not
mean,
making it.
the only thing he's missing are the little horns on top. God. Oh my
Uh,
God.
yeah,
Woo.
Perpetual. Not swat the Scooby Doo scarf. Yeah. Yep.
Oh yes, yes.
Hey,
What
Buttercup.
was his
Hey,
name?
everybody.
What was his name? He was kind of hot for a cartoon.
Oh yeah.
The big blonde oaf.
The
What?
big beefcake. Oh gosh.
Daphne's was it
Oh,
that was she was
what
that
was his
Daphne's man?
name?
We know it
Yeah.
wasn't Velma's because Velma was a damn lesbian. So
Yeah.
it wasn't
Fred.
Velma's.
It was Fred.
Fred.
I liked Shaggy, not gonna lie. And I also liked Matthew, what's his face, when they did I never watched the movie, but I saw, photos. I don't know. There's something I tell you, I think men are more attractive when their eyes are very far apart.
When they're
Now,
cartoons.
with their cartoons and well, JFK Jr., he had far apart eyes like his
Oh,
mother.
yeah, he
And
was hot.
the close together eyes are a no-go for me. All right. Sorry, Charlie. Who do we have next?
No pun intended. Gary.
This would be
Gary,
the
Gary,
Green
Gary.
River. Yes, this would be Gary the Green River. He is a sad looking individual. I think he felt very insecure. He's not
Look,
attractive.
look. Now, of course, it hasn't been created with eyebrow hair, but
No.
look at
No.
how his wrinkles make.
Ooh, yeah,
Look.
they do. Oh,
This might be something I need to contact like Stanford about.
you may. It's a perfect
Serial Killer
stencil.
Research Institute. Yeah, it's true
Wow.
though. Let's
Ooh.
see. Even if I take
Okay.
away that god awful mustache,
Yeah, I don't like a blonde mustache. That's getting a little
I don't like
pervy
any
for me.
mustache. Blonde, just for men, plum.
His hair's neither here nor there. His facial structure is typical. He looks like your quintessential typical serial killer, probably in his 40s,
He's a
probably,
throwaway.
yeah,
He's like he's not without the mustache. He's not particularly egregious or offensive looking.
no,
But
he's no John Wayne Gacy, but yeah,
he's just an
yeah, he definitely doesn't get a pass. We're gonna put him
no,
out of his misery.
no.
There may be more photos of him.
Yeah, I think there was
Oh
one.
gosh.
Big Ed.
I'm going to go ahead and say this. He horrifies me. His size alone. We went from Charlie the
How tall
Imp.
was he?
He was dang near
7
basically
something?
7 foot tall. Yeah. Yeah. He's almost to the
And
ceiling, and that ceiling's probably 8 foot at least.
with an IQ off the charts.
Yeah. And that's what makes him so frightening.
Very scary.
Yeah.
Now, he lived with mom, right? Or did he kill mom and put her head on the
I
he-
don't remember on him.
I know he did live with her, but I believe that I don't think he killed mom. I think he killed and pictured his mother
Aha.
when he
Yes.
killed those women.
I think you are correct.
He hated his mom.
I think we have
course,
more
that
of him.
That didn't prevent him from living in her basement all of his damn life.
Exactly.
Like most of these losers.
I'm going to try to find the other. Oh, why is HH, honey, we already sent you on your way. What is he trying to do? He's coming back to haunt us. Go away.
Oh, right.
Go over there with Chad and sit down. Okay.
We may need that mustache later.
We really might. Okay, so I don't think I do have another one of him, but yeah, he horrifies me. I don't think he's attractive. He's
Kemper, no, hell no. Kemper's like circus freakish.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, I don't
Although
like
I
it.
have to say,
He's got a hell of a head of hair though.
uh,
It's super thick.
of all of these just waste of skin people, he at least did give some educational psychological insight into how these minds work. I mean, he was instrumental in, when they formed the FBI's behavioral analysis unit. He, because like most of them, he loved to hear himself talk.
Mm-hmm.
But he really did. I don't think any of the other ones that we've looked at that I can remember have really contributed in any way towards research
Right.
of what in the hell is wrong with their kind. He did, though. So at least he gave a little back.
He gave it the old college try.
Yeah, in whatever way he could.
All right, Ed. You're
What a
ugly.
waste, though. Think about
Yeah.
it.
Oh, for
That
sure.
guy was so smart. Really was. I mean, he had like a genius IQ. He could have done, like, he could have contributed something in a meaningful way to the world.
Him and Ted could open a law firm,
Yep, there you go.
Yeah. Sorry, Ed. Get your big ass
We're gonna call
on the
it
way. Ed and Ted.
exceptionally big and handsome.
Oof. Yeah,
LLC.
yeah, there you go. See ya, Ed.
Yeah.
Go be with your friends.
We'll have to they'll have to fight it out over managing partner.
Now,
Oh,
let me tell
Gary.
you,
There's
this is Gary again.
and
Now,
his
here's a younger.
years
Yeah.
without-
This is during his heyday, for lack of a better word. Still looking like a hot mess.
Yeah, what's up with the hair? What is that?
Yeah,
a Dutch boy?
that's-
What do they call that? I mean, what in the God's name? I mean,
Oh gosh.
what is that? Is that a shag? What?
It's shaggish. Yeah,
It's gross.
he
gross.
definitely could use a cut crease in a major way. His eyelids are
Yeah.
falling apart. Gary, what are you
Uh-huh.
still doing here, buddy?
Yeah, Gary.
Now here's going to be a wild card because I'm not super into
I know what
Jeffrey.
you're gonna say. No, I'm not either. That
I think mostly because he doesn't feel like a threat to me because he did stalk dudes. Maybe that's part of it. That's all I can figure. His story is grotesque and it's got all the makings of a horror story. Just never really got into him. I have watched a lot of his stuff and him and his dad talking and the whole movies but he never, but he was never of a huge interest to me. But
me either.
But
But I have
honestly,
to say,
he's got some pretty facial features.
this is not a bad shot of him at all.
Mm-mm.
I like this scruff that we got going on here.
Yeah.
The hair, despite being, I think, the 80s, or is it
Yeah.
the 90s?
This is
the
probably
hair's not
late
bad.
80s, early 90s. Yeah, it's not horrible.
That is definitely one of his more flattering, probably most flattering.
He's got the chin dimple and a nice jawline and a nice
Yes.
nose.
If you didn't know what he did,
Yeah.
and you just saw that shot, I bet that half of everybody you showed it to would say, yeah, he's not bad looking at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do think this one, unlike pretty much anybody we've seen so far, unlike all of them, this one, to me, truly was batshit crazy, mentally ill.
Absolutely.
He knew it. I think I believe that if his father had known much earlier on just how very troubled he was, I believe that his father would have gone to the ends of the earth to get him any kind of help he could, because you think about it, of all these horrible wastes of skin people who've done these god-awful things, you rarely hear what his dad Lionel, I mean, you never heard any of this, oh, well, he's my son and I love him no matter what. I mean, I believe he did say that, but that was well after, he
Right.
said. What he did is, horrifying. It's god awful. I actually believe that this one had remorse
Yeah.
through
Yeah.
until karma entered his life in the form of a broom.
Yeah. Yeah.
In the
He
shower.
met his fate in prison.
Ooh.
There was a rumor I heard lately that he was arranging his food on his plate, like, like destiny looking, and I don't know that he did that. Now his dad
Yeah,
did
I
say
don't know.
something about his own self. Maybe not to the degree that Jeffrey took it, but I think he had some disturbing thoughts himself that he never
Lionel?
acted on. Yes, yes, you would need to look
Ooh,
that up.
that's
Yeah.
interesting.
And we have some
Very
more of
interesting.
Jeffrey. We'll get to that old coot in a minute. There is
Oh,
Jeffrey
not
at
good.
time of arrest. He
Yeah.
was a tall fella too. Not good, yeah.
Yeah, but
Um,
not
but
god
not bad.
awful.
No, no.
He kind of looks like Bo Duke there, doesn't
In fact, he does. And I think we may have one more of him. So I'm going to personally give him a
he? Not a
pass.
fan of that one. I'm not a fan of
No.
that
And this
one.
was
I hate
during the home movie. And
those
his dad asked
listen,
him, "What
those
did you?"
glasses. It's very hard to pull off that frame with that weird yellow, like,
I
yeah,
agree with that.
That's a hard look to pull
I
off.
agree with that. The glasses are hurting a lot of these dudes for their appearance.
Yeah.
I think also Kemper's glasses were a little small for his head. He couldn't help it, but this particular shot was during is a screenshot from his interview with his dad, just a home movie, an odd one. But he came in, he sat down, his dad's like, "What have you been up to, Jeff?" He's like, "I just got through eating." He said, "What'd you get?" "I got McDonald's." I was like, "Ew."
Then
Yeah.
he went and buried somebody, I think, in the
Yeah,
backyard. Yeah,
absolutely. I'm gonna give him a pass though.
yeah,
Let's
I
see what
think I
chat
will
has to
too.
say.
I mean,
Good God, no. Okay, members only jacket. Yep, he is
hey, sign of the times. Hey,
absolutely.
I
He
I
was with it.
I I was in middle school during the time of the members only jackets, and all the cool kids had them.
They did indeed. And that brings us to our last
Oh
gentleman, which
God,
is Mr.
Mr.
BTK,
BTK.
and he has blown my
What's
eyebrow.
his real name? Why is
It
that escaping me?
is it Phil?
Oh no, it's
Roger. Wait a minute.
no. Oh, first one to say it gets prize.
Um,
Dennis
Raider
Rader.
Dennis. Yes, correct.
There we go.
He,
Oh, horrible.
his eyebrows have blew my theory out of the water because he's missing half of his.
Ugh.
Um,
Oh my
oh
God.
goodness,
He kind
he's
of
an
looks
old
like some
man.
kind of a. If you took off most of that mustache, oh God, I mean, he looks like some kind of Nazi. He's
Oh, he
he's
does.
disgusting. He was no better looking when he had a head full of hair.
No,
Why do
no.
men do that? What is that about?
And here we have God bless these people. I'm not trying
Oh, that's his daughter who
to show them, but they're
has
his
shunned. Yeah,
oh he
no,
is gross.
he never had an attractive day in his life.
No, he
No,
didn't. He definitely
no,
doesn't get a pass, and
no,
he's not even a handsome older man. He's
oh no,
yeah,
no.
he is definitely. And I should have. You know what? I just realized I should not have gotten rid of the pictures because we do have a duel coming down. We kept
Oh,
Ted. We kept
oh,
we kept Ted.
oh. Are
We
we gonna have to
kept Jeffrey.
crown a
Um,
winner?
yeah, we kept oh my goodness. We kept the Al Qaeda guy, and we kept we didn't keep
Oh,
H. Holmes.
Al
Yep. So
Canada.
we have Rodney, we have Jeffrey, we have Ted. I don't think we kept anybody
And
else.
Watts. I'm
Watts. Those
I'm
are our
giving it.
four.
I have to give it to Ted because I think Ted, from the time he was a young kid until up to his death, he remained pretty consistent looking, and I think he was. Chris was only good looking when he was thin. So I'm giving
Okay.
it to Ted.
I am gonna have to say, and this is gonna be, it's unpopular opinion because too soon. I'm gonna give it to Chris. Tattoos and Unicorns is giving it to Jeffrey.
I
Interesting.
well, I mean, at least I'm telling you, I truly believe that, because my husband, take my husband for instance, he is one of these people who he just assumes it is a given that if you have done the anything remotely close to what these people have done, my husband just automatically assigns you and assumes that you ain't right, that you are
Yeah.
mentally ill. I just this morning I said to him while I was railing about Nicholas Cruz, the Parkland school shooter,
Hmm.
I don't feel that way. To me, there's a whole lot of evil out
Oh
there.
yeah.
And just because you are evil, that doesn't mean you're mentally ill.
Absolutely agree.
So
Kim, I
I
agree. They're all losers. Now, this is
oh,
listen, or
absolutely.
because
Of
Perpetual also
course.
chose Jeffrey. He's certainly in the running. Deborah Ann says ew. um,
He's the only one, I believe, who really was very mentally ill.
I think he was too. I want to say Jeffrey out of the four is probably my least favorite. He's a blonde. I'm not. That tips the scale for me already. Now I do think Al Qaeda, whatever his name is, there. He had a charming look, but he looked a little thin, a little lanky. Jeffrey
Mm-hmm.
too. So yeah, I got to cut them out. Ted would probably be my very close second. Uh, but
And my opposite would be I would have to give
Chris being the
Watts
close
my
second.
second. Yes.
Okay.
Very, very close, but yeah.
Deborah, which would you okay, well let's take it to vote like this. The chat, the people that answer. Oh, okay, not to Jeffrey, one Jeffrey vote. I would have picked Kemper, but y'all got rid of him. Perpetual.
Oh, you like a little bit of a
Really?
freak. You like
Yeah.
a you like an anomaly.
Yeah. Wow. See,
You
that's why
like
we gotta have
he
these
would be
talks.
like the unicorn in the field.
He certainly is the unicorn. That's for
Not
sure.
many
Now,
guys out there that are 7 foot tall
same on
and smart.
Kemper. Wow. Okay. Deborah said Jeffrey. I think Jeffrey's overwhelmingly been the chat's choice, the
Oh, they
people's
just feel
choice.
sorry for his crazy
They
ass.
do. They
He's
do. Just
getting the
because he looks
sympathy
like a
vote.
baby.
Well, now,
Now
if
here's what it
y'all
comes
thought
down
this
to.
was funny,
Well, let me take this to vote for the chat. Oh,
okay.
Day said she thought Chris was a handsome fella. So if Kemper got ruled out, okay.
We had a little house on
So
the prairie days. He's a handsome fella.
So with our choices between okay, put it this way, put a 1 in the chat if you agree with Ted or a 2 in the chat if you believe you would go more towards Chris.
Yeah, that's ours. You got to
Yeah.
pick from one of them.
Yep. Make your pick and we'll crown them the biggest skank that just happens to have physical features that are not as hideous as my good old standby ugliest man on earth, which is obviously Arthur Shawcross actually is the ugliest, but John Wayne Gacy running a close second. Oh, we're tied so far. Tattoos is not letting go of Jeffrey. Let go of Jeffrey, Tattoos. You weren't his type anyway. Okay. Well, so far Chris is in the lead. Perpetual's still stuck on Jeffrey. Wow.
Jeffrey is not a
Wow.
contestant. If you want to throw your vote away on
Just toss your
a
vote away.
contestant who's not even in the game.
No. Okay, a lot of twos. So it looks like old Chrissy Poo is coming out shining,
Okay.
at least on the internet. He will never see the light of day, and he doesn't deserve to. By the
And
way,
just
before
remember,
yeah,
he doesn't look anything like that now.
no.
He's back to his fat and not just
It's back to his fat
not
self.
just his like pleasantly plump college self, we'll say. No, he's 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 even fat in the face now. Yeah,
Oh, ouch.
I feel confident of that.
Professionals also going
Um,
towards Chris. Now I do want to state this now that we've said that part, and before you get us nice and excited for the next show because it's going to be a good one. Now, we do not think that anybody mentioned today, none of these men are even worth mentioning them at all. But this was only for being silly, entertainment, just their physical appearance. That is it.
mhm.
All of them are pieces of trash and they should have to eat white dog shit the rest of their lives.
I
Those that are
refer to
already
all
gone.
of them as a waste of skin
They are
multiple times, and
pathetic.
I stand by that.
They're pathetic. They're weak-hearted, weak-minded. All of them were. They are
Gross.
garbage, trash beneath our feet. Now, with
These
that
are the only
said,
redeeming qualities some of them had. I
correct,
mean, this is
correct,
it. So, and look at
absolutely,
look at the ones who didn't get to go through to the. They
exactly,
had exactly this many.
yeah,
0. Um.
exactly. But here's the good news. Next round, I'll let you tell them about next round.
Yeah, the next round is gonna be the women.
Oh yeah,
That's gonna be brutal.
the
Oh,
female category.
that's gonna be fun. And y'all believe it or not, I mean, I know at first thought you would think, oh well, there's not that many women. Oh, there
Oh
is.
yeah.
We're gonna go back to there's more than you think.
And
Truly.
you already know Lisa now. She's gonna go the distance. You know me. You get me doing the picking. You get all kinds of scattered up mess. She's gonna have this in a nutshell. She's gonna have it color coordinated, and it's gonna be a file system. There'll be dossiers
I'm gonna be the
involved.
Russian judge, okay?
Yeah.
And and I mean we will be going down to
A
a
perpetual.
number and a she's a 3.795.
Exactly. And she said, "Oh, Eileen is an unfortunate looking creature. Save it,
Yeah.
save it for the show, baby." Oh gosh, yeah, that's certainly
Yeah,
gonna be a good one.
that's gonna be good. Um and
Yeah.
we're still we're coming up with some Casey Anthony
Yeah, we're gonna
ideas.
do Casey Anthony for
Yeah.
sure.
Instead of just, hashing over her, all the bad, you know, she has no, in my opinion, she has no redeeming
Yeah,
qualities.
no.
But we have to try and put like a new and modern spin on it. Kind of like, the little black dress has been around forever, but you have to find new ways to modernize it. So yeah, we're coming up with some, new and novel ways of shit talking Casey Anthony.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're working on
And
that.
a lot of times pass, so it's just a good refresher and just kind of go back but yeah, I think this was a blast though,
And
honestly.
Casey, if you're out there listening, you wretched bitch.
We'll drop you a link in your
Well,
email,
come on,
Casey. Hit us up.
girl. Exactly. You come on up and defend yourself. Not that that I'm just gonna warn you though. That'd be a real tough sell.
Yeah. We'll get Nicolina to come and talk to her. Can you imagine? So Casey, it'll be fine. Just holler at us.
Yes.
You're
Yeah.
fine. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm glad
Was.
you
This
guys
was
liked
fun.
it. Yeah,
This
it was
was
fun.
fun.
I agree.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
and
totally.
y'all, the women, they're gonna be that's gonna be even more fun. It's yeah. Women and women are far more brutal on other women than any man ever dreamed of being.
Oh yeah, the women's category is gonna be
Uh-huh. Mhm.
epic. And we will rate them
Yep.
1 to 10,
Oh,
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say the R word. No, we're going to rate with a T, sir. Love you.
oh, categorize. We will categorize. Yeah. Oh,
Absolutely. Oh, thank you, Perpetual.
well.
Winning combination. Yeah, I mean,
Oh, that's
yeah,
very sweet.
we think so too. Thank you,
Yeah,
Janica.
it was fun.
Thank
Yeah.
you, everybody. We're
Yes.
happy that you guys enjoy watching because these are just fun and
Yeah,
we're
because you guys,
always
we don't have to do any prep for. I
mm,
mean, besides finding pictures and whatever, that's perfect to not have to. It's not like another job.
exactly. It's
So
pure entertainment and and
yeah.
sometimes we're bringing up topics and saying things that probably a lot of people think, but they just, you're not going to sit around watching the news and say, huh, that Ted, he ain't a bad looking guy. you know, no, probably not.
No, no. I'm sure not everybody's gonna think it was a great idea, but like we said, we gave the
Ah,
disclaimer in the beginning,
yep,
we gave it at the
absolutely.
end. It's
Yeah, we're not telling you guys to, J pay these dudes that are still with us. It's
please
simply just,
don't.
yeah, please don't do that. But yeah, it's just all for fun. We're gonna have different categories, moving forward. Who knows what we'll come up with, and
Oh yeah, this is
and
like
yeah,
we just kind of come up with it as we go along.
and we may at some point, we may bring up a third party to be the tiebreaker or the
Oh yeah, that'd
deciding
be fun.
factor,
Yes,
and
that would
stuff
be
like
fun.
that, because that there are plenty of bad people out there, and
Oh,
we're here
unfortunately.
for it. Yeah, unfortunately,
Yes,
and yeah,
there's no shortage. No
no,
shortage of those.
no, absolutely
So,
not. But
well,
yeah, I will drop down and let you
yep,
carry us out as
I got a
usual.
McFlurry out there waiting on me.
Oh gosh, you better go, gadget,
Oh,
go. All right, guys. Thank y'all for
all
watching
right.
and
All
looking forward to
righty.
seeing
I
y'all
will talk
soon.
tomorrow.
All righty.
All right. Have a good one.
You
Well, all right, everybody. That was a lot of fun. And I think we will do what's tonight? Wednesday? Goodness, this week is getting away from me already. Um, Maybe by the weekend we can do the ladies. I will get with Rabbit tomorrow. Tomorrow's tomorrow's only Wednesday. Okay, so maybe I'll talk to her Thursday or so. We'll touch base and see because I'm doing the pictures. I'm gonna pick the ladies, so I'll be on that. I can get that ready real quick. So thank you all so much for joining us. I hope you had fun. We had a ball, and we will see you very soon. Have a great night.